I don't know. Are we okay?
Yeah, we're starting. Go ahead.
I'm actually,
You think we'll get flagged? I mean, I'm okay either way. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Well. So good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our board meeting. I'm going to call this meeting to order at 5:04 p.m. If we can please start off with the roll call.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval. Mr. Neil Patel.
President Willing.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval.
Here.
Miss Elva Ariano.
Here.
Miss Sarah Turner is not present.
Okay. If we can please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready to begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States to the republic for which it stands, one
Look at.
Okay, the first item is the approval of the board agenda. If I can please get a motion, unless there's any amendments that need to be done.
I move to approve the agenda.
Probably get closer and try to speak into the
I move to approve the agenda.
second. Can I get a roll call, please?
Mr. Andrew Sandoval.
Yes.
Mr. Neil Patel.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval.
Aye.
Miss Elva Ariano.
Aye.
Miss Sarah Turner is not present. Motion passes 4-0.
For tonight's meeting, we have a couple items in the closed session. 2.1 is potential litigation. 2.2 is public employee appointment and employment under Government Code Section 54957. Item 2.3 is consider matters with public employee discipline, Government Code Section 54957. And item 2.4, conference with labor negotiations, Government Code Section 54947.6. At this time, is there any public comments regarding closed session items?
There are no public comments regarding closed session items.
Okay, thank you. Seeing as there's no public comments for closed session, can I get a motion to adjourn the closed session?
I move that we adjourn to closed session.
Can I get a second, please? A second? Roll call, please.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval.
Yes.
Mr. Neil Patel.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval.
Aye.
Miss Elva Ariano.
Aye.
Miss Sarah Turner is not present. Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, we'll see everybody after closed session. Thank you.
Yes, can you hear me now?
We're going to turn the volume up a little bit, but we can hear you. Great. Will you say something one more time?
Yes, I'm ready to go.
All right, great.
We're good to go? Okay, welcome back, everybody. We reconvene back into open session. During closed session, the board took action to appoint Alberto Ramirez as the principal of Gavilan View Middle School effective July 1st, 2021. The vote was 4-0. So congratulations, Alberto.
Alberto,
Where'd he go?
where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Hold on. Yeah, we'll give it a few moments to bring back.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
timing is everything, sir.
I know. I could have sworn he was just right here when I looked up. Because he had just waved at me, so. Okay, while we're waiting, we'll move on to the next item and Okay. Okay, well. So I just want to announce, just to repeat it, during closed session, the board took action to appoint Alberto Ramirez as the principal of Gavilan View Middle School, effective July 1st, 2021. The vote was 4-0. I just want to congratulate Alberto and welcome to his new position. Would you like to say a few words?
You're welcome to, yes, sir.
I just want to thank you all very much for having this faith in me. This is a great honor for me. I'm very humbled by it. And I want you to know that I'm going to work even harder to make sure that I do it justice. This is a very special place, not only the district, but this school in particular. It's a very special place, and I have some very big shoes to fill. I'm very aware of that. The culture that has been created here over the last few years under the leadership of one of the most amazing administrators that I've ever worked with, Ms. Kay, it needs to be preserved, it needs to be nurtured, and that is my goal. And I will work my hardest to continue that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alberto, and you have our full support. So anytime you need anything, especially donations or anything, you can always reach out to us. So.
Mr. Chairman, can I say a few words?
Yes, definitely.
Alberto, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being part of the team. Thank you for joining the Santa Rita family as you already have been. And thank you for stepping up. You know, this district, we're a family. And we like to hire from within. I think all the board members would agree with that. And, you know, you're taking helm of one of our largest schools, you know, and Gavilan View has a personal space for all of us, you know. So, you know, we encourage you. You have our support, you know, and please, you know, grow with the staff, you know, build that community and always outreach, you know. And so with that, I just want to say thank you very much and welcome to a higher level of administration, you know, and thank you for continuing your journey with us.
President?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm glad to finally meet you in person, Alberto, and I'm also a parent in the district, and I'm a graduate of this school, so it has a very special place in my heart. But more importantly, I just was so excited to see the interaction you had during the ELAC and DLAC meetings. Just so much positive energy, your enthusiasm and your passion, and I can really see your love for the students and the staff here and for what you're doing. So I just want to tell you, thank you. We're really excited to have you on board, and like the president said, you have our full support.
Okay, moving on to item 5.1, approval for the consent agenda. Is there any questions from the board? No, if there's no questions, can I get a motion to approve?
Make
I
a
move to
motion
approve the consent agenda.
Yep, sorry, you have a motion to approve? Can I get a second? Yeah, that's for the consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, can I get a roll call, please?
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes?
Mr. Neil Patel,
Aye, Captain.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano,
Aye.
Ms. Sarah Turner isn't present. Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, thank you, everybody. We'll move on to 6.1, SRTA. Did we get any public comments, or is there a representative from SRTA here?
Good evening. My name is Kate Stover, and I am the SRTA president. Nice to meet you
Yeah.
in person. You've been hearing my messages read by wonderful Nicole this whole year, so I just wanted to say hi in person. First off, we had a great promotion ceremonies for 5th grade, and I heard the John Gutierrez Middle School celebration for the 8th graders today, and I know GB had one as well. So it's a great time to be able to see our students, and the whole staff's been coming out to celebrate them and all they've done. And then we want to thank the district and the board for the fantastic basket raffle today. That was a lot of fun. It was super fun to watch and interact with. And thank you for the fantastic donations that really got the spirit of the staff up amazingly. And also thank you for your support this year. I just sincerely, from the teachers, thank you for all the support you've given and your open communication with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ms. Stover, and it's good to see you in person again. Do we have anybody here from CSEA?
I have two reports.
Okay. Can you please read those, please?
The first report is from Omar Blanco, the president of CSEA. He says, hello, staff of the board. We, CSEA from Santa Rita School District, would like to take the time to thank you for all the great work you have done. We appreciate everything you have done to help the Santa Rita district be a better place to work. We are happy to be part of this great district. This school year was a crazy year, but we managed it well, but better times are to come. We appreciate the district and the board for our jobs and also helping the staff to be working and not getting laid off. I can say from all of the CSEA staff that we are happy to move on to a better school year. Again, thank you for everything. And then second comment is from Juana Casilla. She's the vice president of CSEA. We did it. Excuse me. Good evening, trustees. We did it. We're very happy to be finishing this year strong. School year 2020-2021 was for sure a very challenging and learning experience. It was also very gratifying to our classified staff to have had the opportunity to engage with students in person learning. In another note, CSEA will be wrapping up with our last chapter meeting of the year tomorrow. Thank you for the great year and wish you all a well-deserved summer break.
Okay, thank you, Omar and Juan, for your comments, and we do appreciate the good relationships we have with both of you. Moving on, there's no principals. No principal spotlight. Okay, and today we're not going to have a superintendent cabinets report as well. So we're going to move on to board and superintendent reports. If we can have Andrew go first, please.
Thank you. Well, I had the opportunity to visit my first grade teacher classroom and to celebrate with her on her retirement. It brought back a lot of memories. Truth be told, as she was offering students some guidance in cleaning up and focusing, I did have some pretty big flashbacks. And I think that, you know, my biggest takeaway from that classroom visit is that teachers, you know, like Ms. Sandoval, don't just teach you how to read, but they teach you manners. They teach you how to clean up, you know, and different social emotional skills. So that was really a great opportunity. I thank her for inviting me into her classroom. And I'm excited at the LCAP review that Mr. Alberto did. And that's what I have to report.
Okay, thank you, Andrew. Neil, would you like to go next?
Well, I have three things. I'm going to
Yeah, you're okay. You're okay.
Three things I really want to mention. First is obviously this is the end of the year, so I really want to thank every single employee of this district. And because, you know, we went through something that, well, let's just say it, you know, any living being has never done or seen or lived through before. And so I think these are dramatic times, and I'm glad we have the staff that we do, and they rose to the occasion. And I'm just so proud of every single staff member. I'm glad we have our teachers union here, our classified union here, but also our administration. We have great leaders, and great leaders willing to work with top down. So I just want to say thank you, and to our superintendent for building a great team around it. Having said that, the second thing I want to talk about is I'm excited for the summer program. I've talked to parents. As a teacher myself, I've seen it. We have a major issue out there, and that is our kids. They have not been socialized in a year and a half. And I think before learning can begin, we need healing. And so I'm so excited with our initiative that our superintendent once again is going to lead on, and that is to create fun activities for our students to get engaged in. That's what I'm hoping for, is students out there engaging with each other, learning those social skills, learning to be compassionate, learning to speak again. We need to break this cycle. So I'm excited for that, So having said that, there is one thing I brought to the board before, and that is I have had a meeting with one of the directors of First Team golf program. And I did talk to Jessica Abe, and just like another school district is partnering with them, I've talked to them and they would love to partner with us. So, this is something that the board has supported before. And so I'm hoping now is the time, the fire's on, the iron's hot, let's strike, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can build that in and get our students out there. I need them outside. I need them exercising. I need them playing. I need for them to be out there and smiling and talking and joking, becoming humans again, loving each other, working with each other. Having said that, last but not least, today is a day that is bittersweet. And that is, we are saying thank you to the service of human beings who have given, in some cases, decades to this district and to the education of our community. And unlike any other profession, these individuals, they give their life. And what I mean by that is, and as a teacher, and like all the other board members probably know, because they're teachers as well, or in education, it's not a 9-to-5 job. Teachers are there before school, they're there after school, they're on weekends grading papers, teachers and staff, have been tremendous. So when I see the retiree list, it's bittersweet. Yes, we want to thank them. Yes, we want to honor them. But you know what? Part of me says, no, I wish they would stay. Because these are the best. These are the best. And so if we have to do this, then we have to do it, so be it. But I just want to let you know, this is a very bittersweet day. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil. Elva, would you like to go next?
That was beautifully said, Anil. And I too am very thankful for the whole district, top to
Ella, you're on mute. 1 second, please. You're on mute. Hold on 1 second. Can you check if you're on mute on your end?
Okay, yeah, I was.
There we go.
There it is. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so beautifully said from Neil. I totally agree, and I feel the same exact way that the district, I'm so proud of the district, from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. Everyone in this district is unique in their own way, and they all help for whatever job description they have. They're all very important to us. And especially during the time that I was ill and in the hospital, I was really proud of our board because they also continued without me. And I know it was very difficult for them, but really everybody in this district deserves a big hand. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Elva. So for myself, I was able to participate in the raffle earlier today, which was awesome to kind of reward the teachers and the staff and everybody involved in the district. I drove by Bolson Knolls today and saw the graduation and stuff. So I want to say congratulations to all our students in our district and everywhere, and to the parents, because I know you guys are definitely part of the process, and in the way you guys are graduating together, and all the homework assignments you probably helped your students do. And I think at the end of the day, that's what we're here for, is for the students, most importantly. So it was great to see that. I was also able to participate partially in GV's also visual graduation as well. So I just want to see all the amazing things that our staff is doing to kind of encourage our students, because one day those students will be up here being board members. Because I also graduated from GV, so I do want to encourage all those students out there to keep reaching for the sky. Moving on to the superintendent's report.
Thank you. And I appreciate you coming for our raffle today. It was great to have some representation from the board. We were able to give away 26 gifts, where ranging from an amazing Weber grill set from Chuck Helm's department to, and just jewelry and things that were donated by community partners to give to our teachers. And it was just a great 30-minute fun break where everybody logged in with us for our shenanigans. So it was delightful to do that with our staff today. I want to give kudos to Mr. Ramirez. He is our Summer Academy principal, and he's been doing the vast majority of the legwork on getting our staff in place, our students in place, the dynamic classes, and really proud of that, and proud to tell you that we have over 400 students registered, and we're now placing students on a wait list. So that's Mr. Ramirez. We have two wonderful aspiring administrators who will be working with Mr. Ramirez this summer as summer principals for La Jolla. He'll be housed at Bolson Knolls with the middle school students, overseeing and coaching them this summer. So I want to take a moment to congratulate our retiring staff this year. You are my first retiring class of teachers as a new superintendent. And I want to point out their dedication and hard work over these years to our teachers who are just thinking about joining Santa Rita. I like to think that we're continuing to be a district where people want to stay, as these people did for us, and all the years of dedication. Really appreciate that.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Alderman. Moving on, is there any public comment regarding non-agenda items?
We have no other comments.
Okay, so no other comments at all? Okay. So moving on to Human Resources 8.1.
Thank you. This item includes resolutions for our retirees. And I would like to ask you first to consider, I guess, first to read the resolutions, and then we would approve them after, right? So we've all decided which board member would read which resolution. And so I'll just ask each of you to go in turn in the order that they're on our list.
Okay. So Andrew, would you go first, please? The resolutions, I think, are right in front of me.
Well, first off, when this agenda item came up, I believe 2 months ago, as a board member, I thought, well, am I able to vote no to not have our teachers retire? Because it's just difficult to see such wonderful educators leave, and I know that they dedicated a lot of time to our students. So it's my honor to read the first resolution. The first resolution, it says Santa Rita Union School District Board Resolution 21.05.08, Resolution of Appreciation. Whereas Janie M. Alvarado Sandoval has served as a teacher for 37 years, and whereas Janie M. Alvarado Sandoval has served the Santa Rita Union School District faithfully since 1986 as a classroom teacher, and whereas during this period of time, she has made significant contribution to the education of children, and in her service to the district was exemplified by dedication, consistency, and professionalism. And whereas she has resigned from her position effective May 28th, 2021, now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Trustees that an expression of gratitude be presented to Janie M. Alvarado Sandoval, that this resolution be made part of the official minutes of the body, and that a properly signed copy of this resolution be presented to Janie M. Alvarado Sandoval in order that she may know of this board's appreciation of the service that she has performed. Passed and adopted this 26th day of May 2021 by the Board of Trustees of the Santa Rita Union School District.
I'd just like to say thank you to the district. Out of those 37 years, 2 years I was at North County, and the rest have always been at Santa Rita School. That is my home away from home. I practically live there. My kids went to school there, all 4 of them. Went through the Santa Rita School District. Andrew was a great student, so he never got reprimanded or anything. And Jacob, I know I didn't have you as a student, but I saw you all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Just a few things that I've been here longer than anyone except for Carrie. One of the things that I'm very proud of was that Sheila McNeese and myself, we pushed for the playground that we now have at our school. And for over 20 years, I organized the Christmas program, which I enjoyed and loved doing. And I will miss teaching because I love that. And even Mr. Hermosillo always says, "Are you sure you want to retire?" I'm like, not really. I love what I do. But I guess, you know, when age catches up to you and it's that time. So that's what made me decide it's time to let some new blood come in. But I will still come by and volunteer because I love working with kids. And the majority of our students are low-income kids where their parents can't always help them. And I mean, my heart goes out to them because these parents are working from sunup to sundown to feed us. So I don't mind helping. And so I will be around. You will see me. But thank you very much, and thank you for the song.
Mr. Patel, would you like to go next, please? But the next one, I think. Was that? Oh, you didn't. Sorry. Okay.
I'll just leave it.
Okay.
But before I begin, Miss Alvarado Sandoval, when I saw your bio and the fact that you've been part of this district since 1986, it just, I don't know, it's something just happened to me because as a teacher, you know, being in one school, in one district for so long, and to love it and to continue to love it year after year, I mean, that just to me is something almost nowadays unheard of. You know, so I just want to commend you for your dedication and service to our community. You know, words will never, ever totally repay you back for the great service. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. All right. Well, our next teacher, you know, what can I say? He's also taught my own, you know, and This person's a very dedicated teacher, just like all of them. So I'm just going to read this because, I can talk forever. Here we go. Board Resolution 21.0509, Resolution of Appreciation. Whereas Jose G. Avila has served as teacher for 13 years, and whereas Jose G. Avila has served the Santa Rita Union School District faithfully since 2013 as a classroom teacher, and whereas during this period of time, he has made significant contribution to the education of children, and whereas his service to the district was exemplified by dedication, consistency, and professionalism, and whereas he has resigned from his position effective May 28, 2021. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Trustees that an expression of gratitude be presented to Jose G. Avila, that this resolution be made part of the official minutes of this body, and that a properly signed copy of this resolution be presented to Jose G. Avila in order so that he may know of this board's appreciation of the service he has performed. Passed on this day, adopted on the 26th day of May 2021, Board of Trustees of the Santa Rita Union School District. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Avila.
He's not here right now. So I'll be reading the next resolution. Santa Rita Union School District Board Resolution 21.05.10, Resolution of Appreciation. Whereas Jane B. Cummings has served as a teacher for 22 years, and whereas Jane B. Cummings has served the Santa Rita Union School District faithfully since 2015 as a classroom teacher, and whereas during this period of time she has made a significant contribution to the education of children, and whereas her service to the district has exemplified by dedication, consistency, professionalism, and whereas she has resigned from her position effective July 30th, 2020, now therefore let it be resolved by the Board of Trustees that an expression of gratitude be presented to Jane B. Cummings, that this resolution be made part of the official minutes of this body, that has properly signed a copy of this resolution, be presented to Jane B. Cummings in order that she may know of this board's appreciation of the service she has performed. Passed and adopted this 26th day of May 2021, Board of Trustees of the Santa Rita Union School District. Okay. Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry, I'm the next one too. Sorry. Santa Rita Union School District Board Resolution 21.05.11, Resolution of Appreciation. Whereas Susan C. Enlow, I'm so sorry, Enelo, I apologize for that, Ms. Enelo, has served as a teacher for 23 years, and whereas Susan C. Enelo has served the Santa Rita Union School District faithfully since 2005 as a classroom teacher. And whereas during this period of time, she has made a significant contribution to the education of children. And whereas her service to the district was exemplified by dedication, consistency, and professionalism. And whereas she has resigned from her position effective May 28, 2021, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Trustees that an expression of gratitude be presented to Susan C. Enelo, that this resolution be part of the official minutes of this body, that a properly signed copy of this resolution be presented to Susan C. Enelo in order that she may know of this board's appreciation of the service she has performed. Passed and adopted this 26th day of May 2021, Board of Trustees of the Santa Rita Union School District.
Mrs. Enelo was on Zoom and appears not to be there anymore. So if she's able to get back in, we can give her an opportunity to say some words.
Okay, thank you, and I do apologize for the last name. Elva, would you like to go next?
See me? Yes. Okay. So this board resolution 21.05.12, resolution of appreciation. Whereas Maria del Rosario Garza has served as a yard duty supervisor and paraprofessional for 32 years, and whereas Maria del Rosario Garza has served the Santa Rita Union School faithfully since 1988, and whereas during this period of time, she has made a significant contribution to the education of children, and whereas her service to the district was exemplified by dedication, consistency, and professionalism, and whereas she has resigned from her position effective August the 28th, 2020. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Trustees that an expression of gratitude be presented to Maria del Rosario Garza, that this resolution be made a part of the official minutes of this body, and that a properly signed copy of this resolution be presented to Maria del Rosario Garza in order that she may know of this board's appreciation of the service she has performed, passed and adopted this 26th day of May, 2024.
I think she froze.
I want to say that Rosario and I started working at La Jolla School a long time ago. Well, like she's 32 years. It's about that time that I met her, and we worked together for many years. And we are still in contact with her. And I believe she's in New Mexico with her daughter. I'm not sure whether she's present today or not. But I just, wonderful person. And I just wished her all the best.
Neil?
Okay, here we go. Once again, my kids went to New Republic. So, when I get to read some of these, here we go. Board Resolution 21.05.13, Resolution of Appreciation. Whereas Alicia N. Lepla has served as a teacher for 22 years, and whereas Alicia N. Lepla has served the Santa Rita Union School District faithfully since 2014 as a classroom teacher, and whereas during this time she has made significant contributions to the education of children, and whereas her service to this district was exemplified by dedication, consistency, professionalism, and whereas she has resigned from her position effective May 28, 2021. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Trustees that an expression of gratitude be presented to Alicia N. Lepla, that this resolution be made a part of the official minutes of this body, and that a properly signed copy of this resolution be presented to Alicia N. Lepla in order that she may know of this board's appreciation of the service she has performed. Passed and adopted this 26th day of May 2021. Board of Trustees of the Santa Rita Union School District. Thank you.
Thank you. Elva, can you go next, please?
This one here, this resolution is for Mary Martin O'Donnell. And Mrs. O'Donnell, I worked with you for years, and I'm just so thrilled to know that, that you're present here with us via Zoom. But I really loved working with you. It was so amazing, your dedication and your love for children. So here you go. Board Resolution 21.05.14, Resolution of Appreciation. Whereas Mary E. Martin O'Donnell has served as a teacher for 34 years, and whereas Mary E. Martin O'Donnell has served the Santa Rita Union School District faithfully since 1987 as a classroom teacher, and whereas during this period of time, she has made a significant contribution to the education of children, and whereas her service to the district was exemplified by dedication, consistency, and professionalism, and whereas she has resigned from her position effective May the 28th, 2021. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Trustees that an expression of gratitude be presented to Mary E. Martin O'Donnell, that this resolution be made a part of the official minutes of this body, and that a properly signed copy of this resolution be presented to Mary E. Martin O'Donnell in order that she may know of this board's appreciation of the service she has performed. Passed and adopted this 26th day of May, 2021. Board of Trustees of the Santa Rita Union School District. Thank you so much, Mary, for all that you've done for this district. I love you and I'll miss you. Thank you.
Thank you, Elva, and thank you, Board of Trustees, and thank you, all of my colleagues, SRTA, and I wasn't expecting to feel this emotional, but my colleagues at McKinnon gave me this crown, so I'm wearing a retirement crown today.
Oh.
And they had a little party for me. So what I just do want to say right now that I think right now is a really good time to be working for Santa Rita Union School District. I'm so appreciative of the current administration and how you really fought for all of us. Our health and our safety this year was really stellar. And I can't say enough how I think right now the current principal at McKinnon, he's just awesome. You're just gonna see that school blossom, and you're gonna see the creativity that is really possible. And I just wanna thank you all again, and I'll still be around. I'm gonna come and sub. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Neil?
All right. Where can I begin on the next one? Let's see. I met this man, I don't know, about a decade ago, maybe a little longer. I think I was driving my car, and I think he almost ran me over with his bike. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he sped past me, and I had my window rolled down, and he's speed it up. I'm like, oh, God, man. You know, and then next thing I know, I go to drop off my kid, and he's there. Next thing I know, I'm like, he's a teacher. I go, okay, be good to that man. Be good to that man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, here.
Before you begin, were you a teacher at GV as well, Mr. Morrison? Were you a teacher at GV as well previously? Oh, okay, yeah, because I do remember. Yeah.
that bike's been going around. I'm just letting you know. All right, we have a district, thing that can just let me.
Mr. Patel, it was when Trapani and Mr. Dietrich and the yes,
The hooligan.
yes, the good times, yes, that was,
Hooliganism.
yes, so.
Here I go. All right. So, Board Resolution 21.05.15, Resolution of Appreciation. Whereas John R. Morrison, no relation to Jim Morrison, just to let you know. And listen, you musicians want to be, hold on, there we go. Has served as a teacher for 33 years. Okay. Whereas John R. Morrison has served the Santa Rita Union School District faithfully since 1988. Good year, buddy. As a classroom teacher. And whereas during this period of time, he has made significant contribution to the education of children. And whereas his service to this district was exemplified by the dedication, consistency, and professionalism. And whereas he has resigned from his position effective May 28, 2021. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Trustees that an expression of gratitude be presented to John R. Morrison, that this resolution be made part of the official minutes of this body, and that a properly signed copy of this resolution be presented to John R. Morrison in order that he may know of this board's appreciation of the service that he has performed. Passed and adopted on this 26th day of May 2021, Board of Trustees of the Santa Rita Union School District. Thank you so much. Woo, Johnny boy. Sweet. Sweet.
Well, thank you, and I'm very honored and humbled, and it's really fitting I am here because that's where I started. And I think the thing I wanted to say before I forget, because I'm kind of nervous, but is the best thing that working with people and working with children and working with teenagers, I can react like this for teenagers, but working with teenagers is you have to embrace the unpredictability. Embrace the unpredictability. And a very quick story, when I was first working here in 88, I was the head of the performing arts, and we used to fund these talent shows. And I quickly learned you need like 5 more chaperones than you think you need. And Mr. Dietrich was here, jolly Mr. Dietrich, with his game days and everything. And he always had little things like, don't do certain dance moves, please, kids. And one of them was the lambada. You guys remember that dance? So with Dietrich right here, in his booming voice, and me with my do what he says voice, we said, please don't do the lambada when you do your talent show. And does anyone want to guess what broke out, not only on stage, but like through the whole, like it was like a mass lambada going on. And that's when I realized probably the number one thing, to illustrate that point before I have closure, is I want everybody, just for 1 second, even you, Mr. Patel, to shut your eyes and imagine Mr. Patel. Okay, open your eyes. Does anybody not imagine him laughing or smiling or loving exactly what he does and loving life? That's really the secret to this job. You have to try to find out what you like to teach the most, what's most fun, and try to carry that over into standards and get the kids enthusiastically involved and embrace their unpredictability, and just kind of hang in there some days and try to love it other days, because it's all up to you. So I'm very honored and humbled, and thank you so much for that nice speech and everything, Mr. Patel. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Morrison. Mr. Patel?
Well, well, well. I get to go again. Yeah. Once again, my love for New Republic is strong, strong. You know, I met this lady. It was, I don't know, it was like a carnival or something. Elva, do you remember those carnivals we have at New Republic?
I sure do.
And this lady comes with her husband, and they make this big old huge contraption, a wall, a fishing, or God knows what. And remember that fishing one? And it took him all this time to build, and here he was. And I'm like, God, this teacher's taking this stuff seriously. And that's where I met Miss Raymond. And that's just a dedication, just a small smidgen of dedication of what this district has part of, you know? And so it is with great honor and sadness that I get to read this board of resolution appreciation, because this woman has dedicated close to 20 years, you know, to this district. And, you know, she's been through the ups and downs, and God bless that she has been part of this district, and the love she has shown to it and the dedication has always been strong and greatly appreciated. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read this resolution. I hope you're out there, Miss Raymond. Is she out there, Miss Raymond? I'm not sure. But hopefully this is being recorded because this is special. This is for you. Here we go. Board Resolution 21.05.16, Resolution of Appreciation. Whereas Deborah A. Raymond has served as a teacher for 30 years. Whereas Deborah A. Raymond has served this Santa Rita Union School District faithfully since 2002 as a classroom teacher. And whereas during this period of time, she has made significant contributions to the education of children. And whereas her district, this district, to the district was exemplified by her dedication, consistency, and professionalism. And whereas she has resigned from her position effective September 30th, 2020. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees, an expression of gratitude be presented to Deborah A. Raymond, that this resolution be made part of the official minutes of this body, and that a properly signed copy of this resolution be presented to Deborah A. Raymond in order that she may know this board's appreciation of the service she has performed. Passed and adopted this 26th of May, 2021, 26th day of May, 2021. Board of Trustees of the Santa Rita Union School District. Ms. Raymond, wherever you are and whenever you see this, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you from the bottom of the heart of this entire board and community.
Miss Raymond let me know that her granddaughter's graduation was tonight, so she went to that ceremony.
Well, thank you, Ms. Raymond. Andrew, before you start, Mr. Rubello, if I remember correctly, was a science teacher at also at GV before. And I'm not sure if I'm confusing stories, but I remember in science class we cooked squid once. I wasn't sure if it was his class. If it was his class, it was, yeah. Oh, okay. You can confirm that. Okay, yeah. So
Did you say cook squid? What did you say? What did you do
Yeah.
with the squid? Good God, man.
So we were studying it, and it was awesome because one day he brought in, I think it was a frying pan or whatever it was, and he actually cooked squid and kind of.
Oh, he actually cooked in class.
Yeah, actually cooked in class.
Yes.
yeah,
First
yeah.
you kill them, then you dissect them, then you cook.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
So I do appreciate when teachers do that extra step to kind of show students, especially some who maybe never experienced that in their lives. So thank you.
Yes, as we mentioned a lot of these retirees and these amazing teachers, and I hadn't been here in a long time, and I had a chance to peek into the courtyard. I could remember Mr. Allen's class, and when Mr. Rebello was right next to Mr. Trapani, and Miss Caratasani was on the corner, and Miss Lord, and Miss Warren, and of course, Mr. Gutierrez was a teacher here as well. I think he was becoming the vice principal when I was graduating here a long time ago. The next resolution is for Mr. Rebello, and I also remember dissecting those squids and getting an opportunity to pull out the ink and the next day he brought a burner, which I probably wouldn't happen today. But Mr. Trapani and him cooking up that calamari, right? And we really enjoyed that. So he took that extra step. I'm also very thankful that my daughter got an opportunity to be his student this last year, and his passion, and that's why I appreciate all of you, because it's not like a job. It's like Mr. Morrison said, you got to find your passion, you got to find what you love, because and then it transfers to students. Trust me, it really does. I mean, I don't have to tell you, but and that's why I'm so proud to serve this district where I graduated from. First at Santa Rita, now Gavilan View. Now my daughter graduating, which was a little hard from both Knolls today. They did a fantastic job. And then my twin boys will get an opportunity to go to John Gutierrez Middle School. So it's an honor for me to read this. I had an opportunity to see Mr. Rebello today at the graduation, and he was there cheering on students. He was also the teacher for my wife. And so it's just, it's an honor, and I hear he's probably not joining us tonight. He told me he was going out with his wife, which who could blame him?
Smart man.
Smart man, yes. So it's my honor to read this resolution. Board Resolution 21.05.17, Resolution of Appreciation Whereas Mark S. Rebello has served as a teacher for 32 years, and whereas Mark S. Rebello has served the Santa Rita Union faithfully since 1989 as a classroom teacher, and whereas during this period of time, he has made a significant contribution to the education of children, and whereas his service to the district was exemplified by dedication, consistency, professionalism, and I'm going to add in his amazing cooking of squid. Whereas he has resigned from his position effective May 28th, 2021, now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Trustees that an expression of gratitude be presented to Mark S. Rebello, that this resolution be made part of the official minutes of this body, and that a properly signed copy of this board resolution, a board's appreciation of the service that he has performed, passed and adopted this 26th day of May 2021, Board of Trustees, Santa Rita Union School District.
So I'm very humbled and honored that I get to read the next resolution. The Santa Rita Union School District Board Resolution 21.05.18, Resolution of Appreciation. Whereas Carrie E. Rockoff has served as a as a speech and language pathologist for 38 years, whereas Carrie E. Rockoff has served the Santa Rita Union School District faithfully since 1983 as a speech and language pathologist, and whereas during this period of time, she has made a significant contribution to the education of children, and whereas her service to the district was exemplified by dedication, consistency, and professionalism, where she has resigned from her position effective June 3rd, 2021. Now, therefore, let be resolved by the Board of Trustees that an expression of gratitude be presented to Carrie E. Rockoff, that this resolution be made part of the official minutes of this body, and that a properly signed copy of this resolution be presented to Carrie E. Rockoff in order that she may know of this board's appreciation of the service that she has performed, passed and adopted this 26th day of May 2021, Board of Trustees of the Santa Rita School District. And thank you for joining us today. It is really an honor to present you this resolution.
This is on? Okay.
I'm sorry, Carrie, just a moment. I think are you trying to speak to us, Elva?
Oh, yes,
There we are.
but let Carrie go ahead and go,
Okay.
and then I'll
Thank
read.
you.
Okay.
Well, being a speech therapist, I decided to write a speech. So, for those of you who don't know me, some of you have recently met me. I am Carrie Rockoff Palsma. And yes, I have been here 38 years. And yes, I will never make number one because of Jan Bradley, who told me the other day that she wants to work 50 years. So there you go. So to Melissa Alderman, the Santa Rita Union School District Board, SRTA, CSEA. I want to start out first by saying I have my husband here and my children are watching. I am so lucky to have my dad down south watching. He's 91 years old, so I'm very happy for that. My siblings, my relatives, and my friends. So I wanted to tell you all how lucky I have been to work for the Santa Rita Union School District for more than half my life. The district has been my second family for 38 years, and I have so many lifelong friends.
It is time to move on to my next adventure, retirement. When I first came to Salinas from a suburb in Southern California, it was a bit of a culture shock working in a farming community. My interview was at the district office, a small house on San Juan Grade Road, and yes, that would be what is in our logo, just so you know. Needless to say, I started here when we had only Santa Rita Elementary and La Jolla Elementary, and Gavilan View was on the La Jolla campus, just so you know. And I was the only speech pathologist in the district and worked at all 3 schools. Within a few years, the district began to grow very quickly. And with that, so did the speech therapists and the schools. I can honestly say that I have been fortunate to have worked at every school in this district and with the Monterey County Office of Education for many summers with the severely handicapped population in many different schools throughout Monterey County. I was also the president of the Monterey County Speech Language Hearing Association for several years. I have worked with numerous administrators, speech pathologists, teachers, and paraprofessionals. I have had a bridal shower, 2 baby showers, had my children go to school at La Jolla and Gavilan View, and many birthday celebrations, all celebrated within this district. So this definitely is family to me. My career has been so rewarding and has enriched my life in so many ways. The students that I have taught and the families that I have encountered have added to whom I am as a person. I have laughed and cried and argued and compromised, taught and listened, and learned and learned and learned some more. After all, isn't that what school is about? I have loved this job, being a speech pathologist. My husband is always so amazed when we go to the store or the mall or just out, and someone will come up to me, usually an adult, and will say something like, I'm so happy to see you, that you gave me the confidence in who I am today and in what I can do with my life. And I can tell you that I've had children, and now I have their children and their children. So it's quite a legacy. It's something that when I go out and see that, that just makes it for me. I have always said that language is the base for all learning. And when I get to teach a student, I want to give them every opportunity to be the best person that they can be by knowing not only how to communicate, but why communication is important. To be able to be clearly understood, to request, to inform, and to form bonds between people. The highest honor of all has been the thousands of students that I have been able to help to improve their communication skills and become contributing members to this community and beyond. I look forward to the next chapter of my life with enthusiasm and excitement, but I will miss my Santa Rita Union School District family. Thank you, thank you, thank you with all my heart.
Thank you as well, Mr. Hoff.
President?
Oh, sorry,
Alba.
Alba? Yeah.
Yes. First of all, I see Tommy there and I see Gail, but I wanted to say hello. And he's our former board member. Great man, and I sure miss you. As a friend, and Gail, like I said before, I had met her when she was a librarian at Santa Rita School District. and I was working with Luz Elena Romero. And I remember going into the cafeteria for whatever reason I was in there, and I saw this big, huge mural, and it was all, and I'm like, I was amazed because it was beautiful on the cafeteria wall, and it was done by Gail Spencer, and she's a great. Not only is she a teacher, she's also a great artist and a good person. She also was involved in initiating the Read Across America that she started over at New Republic. And she also initiated the science camp over by Sonora, but I can't remember the name of the town that science camp is in. But anyway, she's the one that started. Amazing lady. And so here goes your board resolution.
Hold on, Elva. Elva, one second, please. I think some board members had some comments before we go to the Gail one. Sorry about that.
Okay, go ahead.
I just want to step back just a little bit. Carrie, I want to obviously thank you for your dedication to the district. But I want to thank you for being a fighter. For those, well, no, I mean, here's why. It's personal to me. When I came to this country, I couldn't speak the language and I stuttered. And I remember feeling lost. And I remember going to school here in Salinas. And I remember this person coming in, working with me on my Spanish. And to this day, you know, that person is my hero. That's a fighter. You know, and so, you know, for your dedication to this district and for you choosing the specific part of education that you did was a choice made. And that choice made has really, really been so essential and necessary. So for all those who can't speak, all those who are afraid to speak, all those who are scared to speak. So this is personal. So thank you very, very, very much for being a fighter. Thank you.
Andrew, did you want to say it? Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Patel summarized it well. You know, the kind of work you do, the passion that you have for students, the passion you have for families, the values that you teach them. It's not just teaching them to speak, but empowering students. I just want to really, I mean, I know you've been thanked by your students, but, you know, thank you on behalf of those students, on behalf of the district. Your work is valuable, and I appreciate your passion in joining other organizations to help educate others. You know, that's always amazing to see, not just a passion for your work here, but just share your knowledge. So thank you very much.
Sorry about that, but you can.
Thank you. So Gail, thank you for everything, but Board Resolution 21.05.19, Resolution of Appreciation. Whereas Gail A. Spencer has served as a library aide, teacher, and administrator for 28 years. Whereas Gail A. Spencer has served the Santa Rita Union School District faithfully since 1993 in these roles and is currently the interim principal of John Gutierrez Middle School. And whereas during this period of time, she has made a significant contribution to the education of children. And whereas her service to the district was exemplified by dedication, consistency, and professionalism. And whereas she has resigned from her position effective June 30th, 2021. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Trustees that an expression of gratitude be presented to Gail A. Spencer, that this resolution be made a part of the official minutes of this body, and that a properly signed copy of this resolution be presented to Gail A. Spencer in order that she may know of this board's appreciation of the service she has performed, passed and adopted this 26th day of May, 2021, Board of Trustees of the Santa Rita Union School District. Thank you very, very much for your dedicated service to our district, Gail.
Is Ms. Spencer joining us through Zoom?
Yes, she is.
She's here in Zoom.
Hello, thank you very much for the honor. And I just want to say that I am also very fortunate to have spent my whole educational career in the Santa Rita Union School District, which says a lot about our district that so many employees stay for so many years. And I am honored to have worked alongside many exemplary teachers and classified workers. And now I'm coming back to being a grandparent. My grandchildren are starting in the district. My own kids have been through the district, so we have a long history. And I just want to say that we appreciate everything that our district does for the community.
Thank you, Ms. Spencer, for your dedication to our district, and especially for all the students and the families that you touched over the years. Thank you.
Yes, I'll go before Mr. Patel. Well, Ms. Spencer, it was a joy to see you today, facilitating that graduation at John Gutierrez Middle School. It was nice to see your smiling face and your staff out there. I think you guys did a fantastic job. And I'd also like, and by the way, you raised two amazing daughters who I had the privilege to go to school with. Just thank you. You know, you stepped up this year and you filled the role. And I just want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, and of course, on behalf of the board, you did an amazing job. So thank you very much. Mr. Spencer, it's nice to see you as well.
Mr. Patel? Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Hi, Gail. I just wanted to say she was my son Sebastian and my daughter Araceli's second grade teacher. And they loved her class. They remember her and all the plays and art activities she did with them. And so thank you very much for being a fantastic teacher.
Mr. Patel?
All righty then, Harry. First of all, obviously, you know, thank you for your dedication to this district and this community. I know of Miss Spencer because of my daughter going to New Republic, and I got to work with her and her husband through the PTA. And, you know, I don't know what else to say except the word dedication. And I'm talking about dedication to levels I've never seen before. And what I mean by that is there was a partnership I saw between her and her husband, the dynamic duo, if you will. And I remember going to a back to school night or something, and I saw this guy working his butt off, climbing this, doing that. I'm like, who is this guy? And he goes, oh, that's the school board trustee. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. I mean, wait, he's like the trustee and he's doing all this? He goes, yeah. Oh, that's just Tommy. I know. And then, you know, I already knew about Miss Spencer, and I'm like, wow. And then you hear about the dedication, about spending time and doing this and doing that, and going on camps, and you know, it just. And the other thing was, this is their community. They've lived here. Once I got to know them, you know that, you know, we're talking generations here. You know, we're talking, you know, time here. I mean, that house they live in. Good God, man. You know, Tommy, did you move that thing by yourself from where? 1800? Jesus. Anyway, so they have that I don't know, Great Gatsby house over there, and all I can say is dedication, because it seemed like their whole time was spent out of love to make our community better. And so when I think of Gail Spencer, I think of, like I said, the dynamic duo, but in her individual self, Miss Spencer has risen to the occasion so many times. You know, from teacher to vice principal or AP, what you would call it. And then also rising to the occasion of a traumatic, once in a lifetime, hopefully, closing a school situation, as well as losing a very well loved principal and stepping in to fill those big shoes. And so for me, I just want to say thank you. I hope that you continue to guide and help consult with this district. I think the information and knowledge that both of you have is very valuable. And I hope we can continue to enjoy and share in the growth of this district, and whatever you can contribute and continue to contribute to it. Having said that, I miss you guys. I love you guys. And Miss Spencer, I know whatever you're going to do, you're going to excel at it. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And I just wanted to say that I've never really intended to fill John's shoes, but it was sure an honor to walk in his footsteps. So I think I have to acknowledge that the staff at John Gutierrez Middle School has really stepped up, and everyone has supported each other. And I can't tell you enough. I'll have to confess that the office makes me look very good, but they were largely responsible for the celebration this afternoon. So I just want to give credit where credit is due. But thank you very much for the acknowledgement and the honor.
Thank you, Ms. Spencer. So now I'd like to request a motion from the board to approve a I'm sorry, like lost a little bit of the sentiment. 8.1, item 8.1 for the resolutions for the retiring teachers.
Mr. President, if you don't mind, would it be okay if, these are our senior teachers who are retiring. I was hoping maybe the senior board members could first and second this motion, if that's okay with both of you.
Yeah, definitely.
So Ms. Elba, could you do the honor?
Yes, I motion to approve 8.1.
I second that.
Okay, thank you. Can we do roll call, please?
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Mr. Neil Patel,
Aye, Captain.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elba Ariano.
Aye.
Ms. Turner isn't present. Motion passes 4-0.
I mean, the whole. Yeah. Whatever. And thank you, everybody, for your patience. It was a really important thing for us to take our time and really acknowledge our teachers and their dedication. So thank you, everybody, for the patience. Moving on to 8.2.
Thank you. This item is a request for approval of an additional 1.0 FTE counselor for the 21-22 school year, a temporary position using the expanded learning opportunity grant.
Is there any questions from the board? Can I get a motion to approve? Oh, sure.
Once again, as we're spending this so-called one-time money from the COVID pandemic, I want to make sure that we're always spending it on the vital necessities of getting our students reacclimated to school. You know, so I like this idea of having counselor, having the social, providing that summer bridge, if you will, and get them re-engaged. So as long as it's targeted, I'm all supportive of using the funds. So yes.
Is there any other questions or comments from the board?
No.
Can I get a motion to approve?
I move to approve.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Mr. Neil Patel,
Aye, Captain.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano,
Aye.
Sarah Turner isn't present. Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Moving on to 8.3.
Similarly, item 8.3 is a consideration to add 2 additional teachers on special assignment, academic coaches. Currently, the elementary schools each have an academic coach assigned to their school site, but the middle schools do not. So using the expanded learning opportunity grant, we would like to add temporary TOSA's academic coaches to each middle school.
And just to clarify, how long would the temporary status, depending on funding?
2 years.
2 years? Okay,
Mhm.
thank you. Any other questions or comments from the board? Can I get a motion to approve? Can
Promotion.
I get a second?
I second.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Mr. Neil Patel,
Aye, Captain.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano,
Aye.
Ms. Sarah Turner isn't present. Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to 8.4.
8.4 is a request for approval of revisions to the job description for our coordinator of special education. We've been reviewing job descriptions and bringing revisions to you steadily. In this one, we found that the current responsibilities and duties needed to be updated in order to reflect what actually happens in the position. Additionally, the number of days assigned to the position were 195 rather than 200 like the other coordinators in the district. And so this would maintain the position as consistent with the current salary schedule for coordinators.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments from the board?
No, I appreciate your cleaning up the language and cleaning up the chart. So thank you.
Can I get a motion to approve?
I
I
move
make
to
a
approve.
motion to
Oh,
approve.
Elva,
that's
I'll
okay.
second.
Okay, second roll call.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Mr. Neil Patel,
Aye, Captain.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano,
Aye.
Ms. Sarah Turner is not present. Motion passes 4-0.
Moving on to 9.0 business, 9.1.
At our last board meeting, we brought to you bids for a piggyback. This is a request to reject all bids at this time.
I move to reject all bids.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
A second. Can I get a roll call, please?
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Mr. Neil Patel,
Aye, Captain.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano,
Aye.
Ms. Sarah Turner isn't present. Motion passes 4-0.
Moving on to 9.2.
Hi, good evening. It's my agenda item. So this is a contract for 1 year of service through Aramark for our linens, which are tablecloths, towels, and aprons. So they turned in the lowest quote this year, and with budgets taking a hit, obviously we're looking for savings anywhere we can find them. So
Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments from Mr. Elm?
Just a comment, very, very happy whenever you have our department heads also looking at the budget and always trying to save us money, as well as finding additional revenue sources, you know, and giving them that responsibility and that ability to do so, you know, flexibility. So I thank you, Chuck. for looking out for us, and I appreciate it.
Can I get a motion to approve?
I move to approve.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Mr. Neil Patel,
All right, Captain.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano,
Aye.
Ms. Sarah Turner is not present. Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, moving on to item 11.1, extend learning opportunities grant plan.
The state of California has allowed LEAs to apply for the Extended Learning Opportunity Grant. We were required to take our stakeholder feedback and present a plan for this 2-year one-time funding. And the focus, of course, needs to be for the priorities of supplemental instruction, support for social emotional well-being of students, particularly those students who are low-income English learner, foster youth, homeless, students with disabilities, and students at risk of abuse, neglect, or exploitation, as well as students who are disengaged or who are below grade level. So what we did throughout the year, we've been engaging with our families in an online setting to actually record turnout for our parent engagement activities, which has been pretty amazing. The total funds to be implemented across the 2 years is $2,493,148. So with these funds, we propose those 2-year positions for the additional socio-emotional support of another counselor, as well as academic coaches for each middle school to help coordinate those intervention efforts that we'll be putting in place across the next 2 years to meet the needs of our students academically and socio-emotionally.
Okay, thank you. And I also thank the community and all the stakeholders for being involved in the process. Your input is always appreciated, and we do listen. So it is important that whenever those meetings take place to participate, because that's how we know exactly what direction to go with things. Is there any questions or comments from the board?
No, after looking at the expenditure plan, I'm very pleased. I was looking for 2 things, and that was, number one, we have students who have fell behind. We need to catch them up, And the second component is the socio-emotional. And I'm very pleased, and looking at the funding breakdown, that they are equally divided, and those are the 2 main concentration points, so thank you.
Okay, any other questions or comments from the board? Can I get a motion to approve?
I move to approve.
Can I get a second? I second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Mr. Neil Patel,
All right, Captain.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano,
Aye.
Ms. Sarah Turner is not present. Motion passes 4-0.
Moving on to 11.2, Parent Institute for Quality Education.
This is for our John Gutierrez Middle School campus, Parent Resource Center, to host PK to begin in the fall of next year. So we wanted to go ahead and bring the contract to you now. This is our Parent Institute for Quality Education. We've successfully hosted this program at many of our school sites over the last few years. It really engages large groups of parents and takes them through a process of engagement with their school site, with their leadership, and really explaining the process to them and getting them involved in improving our educational practices. So Dr. Denise Estrella has reached out to them to go ahead and put together a contract for next fall.
Thank you. And I'm also extremely excited about this program. I think this has done several years already. It's been happening. So I appreciate the continued support by the board. Any questions?
No, Superintendent answered mine. It's been at the different school sites. And has it been like a GV or what? Has it been at all school sites so far?
Most recently, Santa Rita Elementary School and New Republic are the 2 who just had their PK graduations for their 2 programs that they've run this spring with their families. So we've also hosted it here at Gavilan View, as well as at La Jolla. It was not New Republic, it was La Jolla who just hosted PK. So I was trying to think which ones we scheduled it for. So it was La Jolla and Santa Rita Elementary most recently this year.
Okay, thank you.
Can I get a motion to approve?
Promotion?
Can I get a second?
I second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Mr. Neil Patel,
I get it.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms. Elva Ariano,
Aye.
Ms. Sarah Turner isn't present. Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you, everybody. Moving on to 13.1, our next regular board meeting will be held June 9th. So it's more informational for the public. And then 13.2, suggestions for future board items from the board. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
Maybe that's not an agenda item, but would it be possible that we invite students to read the Pledge of Allegiance at the beginning of our board meetings? And then something just slipped my mind. Come back to me.
Okay.
I have gone ahead and scheduled for June 23rd our orientation for the public. So that'll be our second meeting in June regarding our redistricting for trustee areas. That's our first step in the process. And just to give you an update, that's our very first step. The census is not scheduled to be certified until September 1st.
Oh, thank you for that update. No, my other comment or possibly discussion for a future agenda item was, where we have our principal spotlight. I think some of our teachers are doing some innovative work. Maybe if we open that up to teachers as well to share what kind of innovative work or something exciting happening in their classroom or something they're working on, I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay. Thank you for the suggestion. And then just to recap what Ms. Alderman mentioned about the June 23rd meeting, it's super important that the community gets involved in that process. I want to commend Mr. Patel for bringing that issue forward, and also the board for their willingness to move from at-large to district election. It's important to have proper representation.
I'm sorry, Mr. President, can I make one more comment? Yes. To Nicole, and I called them the Brain Trust earlier. I'd like to thank the IT team for all the work they did, and making sure that we're all set to go. So thank you very much.
Any other future board items the board would like to see? No? Okay. Can I get a motion to adjourn at 7:37?
I so motion.
Can I get a second?
Yes, there will be a.
I second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Andrew Sandoval,
Yes.
Mr. Neil Patel,
No. Well, I can have I don't have to vote for my own motion. There's no law. Did you say?
There was an agreement before.
Oh, there was an agreement. Okay, yes. I humbly changed to yes.
Mr. Jacob Sandoval,
Aye.
Ms.
All right.
Elva Ariano.
Aye.
Ms. Sarah Turner is not present. Motion passes 4-0.
Okay, thank you, everybody.